pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Adequate public notice has been given pursuant to the Open Public Meeting Act. Notice have been posted at the board's office and website and emailed to the Department of State and to newspapers of broad circulation within the state. Commissioner Christo DeLu. Here. Commissioner Abdu.
Here.
Commissioner Bange.
Here by phone.
And President Gil-Sadovi.
Here. Thank you. And our next meeting?
The next regular board meeting will be held on Wednesday, May 22nd, 2024. It'll be a hybrid meeting in person at the board hearing room at 44 South Clinton Avenue in Trenton and live stream via YouTube.
Okay, we will have an executive session today along with our regular board meeting. Just a few opening remarks before we move into executive session. Very exciting announcement last week. Oh, thank you. Sorry, normally people can hear me without it, but all right. So last week was Earth Week, and I think many folks have seen the announcement that we made with Governor Murphy. Really exciting solar announcement, including our competitive solicitation, our Solar for All award to help further community solar. And so just want to acknowledge that exciting announcement and all of the hard work that went into all of those issues from our team. Our staff are incredible. So thank you so much for that. We are receiving $156 million in federal funding to help get solar to low and moderate income residents in New Jersey, thanks to the Biden administration. We have some new staff today, which is really exciting. I feel like every meeting we have new staff. And if you could just stand so that people know who you are and can bother you in the future. Carolyn Gallagher is Commissioner Bange's aide. Welcome. And Madeline Martinez from the Division of Customer Assistance. Is Madeline here? Okay, that's all right. Well, we are acknowledged. She's already taking customer assistance calls, right? Okay, great. Well, we are acknowledging her, and we wish you much success here at the board. Any other opening remarks?
Maybe just if I could, thank you, Madam President. Thank you all for being here. Yes, Earth Day is a very important day, but it's not just one day. It's the 54th year, I think, that we're celebrating Earth Day. And please, let's not forget the 19,602 other days that we need to consider this planet. And that's what you all do so effortlessly and so tirelessly here at the board. We want to thank you for everything you do to achieve those great and noble goals. And additionally, in other events of last week, I want to wish a happy Passover to all our Jewish brothers and sisters. And with Orthodox Easter coming up, which is now a majority of this board celebrating Orthodox Easter, I'd like to wish everybody, all Orthodox Christians, a very happy Easter.
Yes, likewise. That's this weekend, right?
Yes,
Oh, wonderful. Have a wonderful holiday. Okay, we will go into executive session. Should be relatively quick, so 10, 15 minutes. Can I ask the Attorney General's office to explain the justification?
Good morning, Madam President and Commissioners. I'm Deputy Attorney General Terrell Klein. Telecommunications item 4A and clean energy item 8B fall within the contract negotiation and attorney-client. (10:4-12B7). Thank you.
Great, thank you. Can I have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Thank you. We'll be back. Mike, we'll get you on the Welcome back, everyone. We will have the consent agenda, and I believe there will be 3 votes on the consent agenda today.
That is correct.
Madam Secretary, will you please begin with the first vote?
The first vote will be for consent agenda items 4A and 5A.
Second. Roll call? Sorry.
Commissioner Crystal Delou? Yes. Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
President Gould-Sadovy?
Yes.
The second vote would be for consent agenda items 9A1. This is the approval of minutes for January 31st, 2024.
Second. Roll call?
Commissioner Crystal Delou? Yes. Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
President Gould-Sadovy?
Yes.
And the third will be for on consent agenda items 9A2, and this is approval of minutes of February 8th, 2024.
Second. Roll call?
Commissioner Crystal Delou? Yes. Commissioner Abdul?
Abstain.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
And President Gould-Sadovy?
Yes. All right. We will now begin our regular agenda, starting with 2A and Stacy Peterson.
Good morning, Commissioners. On June 1st, 2023, New Jersey Natural Gas filed a petition requesting authority to modify its periodic basic gas supply service rate, its balancing charge rate, and its conservation incentive program rates. New Jersey Natural updated the petition throughout the course of the proceeding. By order dated September 18th, 2023, the board approved a provisional stipulation authorizing New Jersey Natural to implement provisional rates based on the update effective October 1. Based on that order, a typical residential customer was expected to experience a monthly decrease of $4.16. The parties have now executed a stipulation for final rates, which was approved by ALJ Gertzman, which would finalize the rates approved in the September 2023 order. Based on the stipulation, there is no further impact to customer bills. Staff recommends the board adopt the initial decision and stipulation and direct New Jersey Natural to file revised tariffs by May 15th.
Second. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delou? Yes. Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
And President Gould-Sadovy?
Yes. Thank you. 2B, Stacy.
Also on June 1st, Public Service Electric and Gas filed a petition seeking approval to decrease its basic gas supply service residential gas service rate, as well as its balancing charge rate. By order dated September 27th, 2023, the board approved a provisional stipulation authorizing PS to implement its proposed rates effective October 1 on a provisional basis. As a result of that order, a typical residential heating customer was expected to see a monthly bill decrease of $13.17. The parties have now executed a stipulation for final rates, which was approved by Administrative Law Judge Irene Jones. Based on the stipulation, there is no further impact to customer bills. Staff recommends that the board adopt the initial decision and stipulation and direct PSE&G to file revised tariffs by May 15th.
Second. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delou? Yes. Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
And President Gould-Sadovy?
Yes. Thank you. Still with us.
I'm here.
2C.
On June 1st, 2023, PSE&G filed a petition seeking to modify the customer class rates associated with the company's conservation incentive program to account for potential lost sales stemming from the company's energy efficiency programs. By order dated September 27th, 2023, the board approved a provisional stipulation authorizing PS to implement its proposed rates subject to refund. As a result of the provisional order, it was anticipated that a typical residential customer would experience an annual increase of $36.98. The parties have now executed a stipulation for final rates, recommending finalizing the rates approved in September. Staff recommends the board issue an order approving the stipulation and directing PS to file revised tariffs by May 15th.
Second. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delou? Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
And President Gould-Sadovy?
Yes. Thank you. Stacy, again.
November 1st, 2023, PS filed a petition seeking cost recovery of certain electric investments within its Energy Strong 2 program. The company subsequently updated the petition throughout the course of the proceeding. Following a review of the petition, the updates, and conducting discovery, the parties have executed a stipulation resolving the matter. As a result of the stipulation, a typical residential electric customer will see an increase in their monthly bill of 42 cents. Staff recommends the board issue an order approving the stipulation and directing public service to file revised tariffs by May 1st.
Second.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delue? Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange? And President Gosadovi?
Yes. And
You want to do it again? Okay.
indeed. This is it, though. Then we're kicking you out.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. On August 7th, 2023, PSNS Architecture and Engineering PC and Wind Companies filed a petition seeking a waiver of PSE&G's tariff provision requiring individual gas meters be installed in residential buildings. The petitioners explained that a new 4-story residential building in Princeton is under development and will provide 125 units of mixed-income rental housing with numerous public amenities. According to the petition, the project will use natural gas for the central domestic hot water heating system, a single gas cooktop in each of the units, and a handful of small gas-fired appliances located in shared amenity spaces. Additionally, the petitioners explained that the property owner committed to pay for the gas consumption in the building, including the cooking appliances located in the residential units. Through the course of the proceeding, the petitioners have provided additional commitments to supplement the petition. Following a complete review of the record, staff recommends that the board approve the petition as supplemented by the additional commitments.
Second.
Questions or comments?
Just one, if I could. This is, I think, a great accommodation that we made in a very awkward situation, but it clearly reminds us of the old adage to measure twice and cut once. The developers on this really seem to have missed the boat long ago, and I hope they're appreciative and the residents are appreciative of the great accommodation that we made for them today.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delue? Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange? And President Gosadovi?
Yes. That's it.
I'm out.
You're out.
I'm out.
All right. We have 3A with LaWanda. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam President and Commissioners. This matter involves an application filed on March 13, 2024 by Comcast of Plainfield, seeking approval for a system-wide cable television franchise to construct a cable television system and provide service to the borough of Dunellen, located in Middlesex County. Pursuant to statute, an applicant must meet the specific requirements for operating a system-wide franchise as delineated in subsections NJSA 48:5A-28H through N. Comcast has certified that it would comply with these commitments and has also committed to maintain its current insurance and performance bond amounts, to adhere to the requirements for a local office, and the designation of the Office of Cable TV and Telecommunications, the OCTV&T, as the complaint officer under the franchise. Comcast has asserted that it has right-of-way access in the borough as evidenced by an ordinance and right-of-way use agreement adopted by the borough's governing body on April 1st, 2024. On April 8th, 2024, the board held 2 virtual public hearings to receive public comment on the application, at which comments were provided by Comcast, the New Jersey Division of Rate Counsel, and Dunellen Mayor Jason Salento. Written comments were accepted by the board until April 15, 2024. Rate Counsel filed comments which were responded to by Comcast. Having reviewed all submissions provided in this matter, staff recommends that the board grant Comcast a system-wide franchise in the borough for a term of 7 years to expire on May 7th, 2031, subject to the conditions outlined in the order, including but not limited to the provision of updates on the construction of the system, as well as compliance with all applicable state and federal laws and regulations of the OCTV entity.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delue? Yes. Commissioner Abdu?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange? President Gul-Sadovy?
Yes. Thank you, Luanda.
Thank you.
We have 4A with Valerie, and this was discussed in executive session. Love your pink, Valerie.
Thank you. Good morning, Commissioners, Madam President. This matter concerns New Jersey's participation in the broadband-focused grant programs authorized by the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act and the Capital Projects Fund implemented by the American Rescue Plan Act. The Office of Broadband Connectivity seeks approval to issue a request for quotation to engage with one or more qualified bidders to assist the Office of Broadband Communication and Connectivity with the administration of federal broadband grants. Consistent with the requirements, rules, and guidance of NTIA's BEAD program, as well as U.S. Treasury CPF, the successful bidder will be responsible for aligning and integrating the strategies of both programs to ensure consistency with the guidance of NTIA BEAD program, as well as U.S. Treasury CPF. The outcome of this task is to maximize the benefits of the subsidies available under the two programs. Staff recommends that the board approve the issuance of this RFQ.
Second. Thanks, Valerie. I know there's a lot of interest in seeing the broadband funding get out the door. I want to acknowledge the work that you and Luanda and the whole team have done. We are also very eager to see this move forward. And we've heard from a lot of stakeholders and local elected officials. So we're excited and we're moving as quickly as we can. Thank you. Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delue? Yes. Commissioner Abdu?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
yes,
And President Gul-Sadovy?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on, Matthew to 8A. There you are.
Good morning, Madam President, Commissioners. This matter addresses the proposed fiscal year 2024 budget true-up, budget reallocations, and program changes to the New Jersey Clean Energy Program. The FY24 NJCEP budget was approved by the board on June 29th, 2023. The budget was established in part based upon an estimate of expenses expected to be incurred during fiscal year 2023. Once actual expenses become known on an annual basis, the board typically considers a true-up budget, reconciling the differences between the expenses estimated for budgetary purposes and the expenses actually incurred. Consistent with the practice, and now that all expenses actually incurred during FY23 are known, staff is making a true-up recommendation, which results in an additional $80,014,638 available for the NJCEP. Additionally, a review of FY24 first quarter program expenditures shows that some program spending is tracking above and below the original projections. Other program budgets have been adjusted due to participation levels, timeline changes, and previous encumbrances. Following the release of a proposal for the draft true-up budget, revised budgets, and program revisions, staff held a virtual informational session on the proposed true-up budget and program revisions. Public comments were accepted through March 27th, 2024. Of the $80,014,638 from FY23, staff recommends the available funds be distributed as follows: $450,000 to renewable energy programs, $12,180,713 to planning and administration, and $67,383,925 to BPU initiatives, which includes $30 million for a residential customer relief initiative. In addition to the distribution of the available funds, staff proposes reallocations among programs to align budgets with program performance and to reflect previous encumbrances. Further, staff updated the detailed budgets accordingly and revised the Division of Clean Energy, the the TRC and Comfort Partners compliance filings, as well as the comprehensive resource analysis to reflect previously approved developments and board actions. Additionally, staff proposes the following program changes. The DCE compliance filing has been updated to reflect changes, including but not limited to the Center for Sustainable Energy administering the Clean Fleet Electric Vehicle Incentive Program and the Multi-Unit Dwellings Program, the legislative mandate between the BPU and the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection in support of the electric school bus program, and the Residential Customer Relief Initiative to provide additional support to residential customers in need of financial bill assistance. The TRC compliance filing has been revised to provide program rules and details regarding the proposed new construction program. And lastly, due to updated timelines and cost projections, $150,000 has been reallocated in the Division of Property Management and Construction in BPU designated project list. Thus, staff believes the proposed changes to the NJCEP budget presents a reasonable approach to maintaining the NJCEP programs throughout the remainder of the fiscal year. Additionally, staff has reviewed and considered the comments received and recommends that the board approve the proposed FY24 true-up, revised budgets, and program changes.
Second. Great work on this. I know we got some really good feedback from stakeholders and gave them some additional time to review the true-up budget, which is always helpful. We don't usually have more time, so when we have it, we like to make sure that we provide it to the stakeholders to review things. I know we're going to hear more about new construction today, but just want to, especially acknowledge the additional $30 million going towards residential assistance. I think that's so important to help support our low and moderate income residents in keeping their utility bills down. And we really look forward to working with our electric utilities on implementation. So thank you very much. Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal DeLu?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdu?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
And President Gulsadovy.
Yes. Thank you. Thanks, Matt. Nice work. 8B, Kathleen, also discussed in executive session.
Good morning.
Morning.
As noted, this matter was discussed in executive session. It concerns an MOU between DEP and the board to effectuate legislation that requires the board to provide $15 million to the DEP to fund the legislatively created electric school bus program year one.
Second. Thank you, Kathleen. Just want to acknowledge your work and the partnership with our sister agencies on helping to electrify the transportation sector, particularly in school transportation. Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal DeLu?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdu?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
And President Gulsadovy.
Yes. Thank you. Stacy? No. Yes. Dustin? Sorry.
Good morning, President and Commissioners. Staff is pleased to present for your approval a designed new construction program that aligns with New Jersey's Clean Energy Act, Energy Master Plan, and Executive Order 316. The program will provide financial incentives to increase energy efficiency and environmental performance, as well as simplify the customer experience and application process for all new construction buildings in New Jersey. The new construction program's long-term objective is to transform the new construction market into one in which most new buildings are net zero energy. The proposed program has 3 pathways to earn incentives, with higher incentive levels available for more comprehensive and effective measures. The bundled pathway requires implementation of at least 2 energy conservation measures that exceed current building code requirements. Second, the streamlined pathway encourages deeper energy savings than the bundled pathway through modeling of the energy conservation measures to be implemented. Third, the high-performance pathway encourages the deepest energy savings by requiring that applicants perform whole building energy modeling to demonstrate savings beyond code or have their building certified to nationally recognized building standards, including LEED, Energy Star, Zero Energy Ready Home, and Passive House. Further, the program includes a greenhouse gas reduction bonus that supports electrification and decarbonization. The program will provide equitable access to projects located in low to moderate income census tracts, income-qualified affordable housing, urban enterprise zones, and opportunity zones through initiatives including enhanced incentives and targeted outreach. It will also include a workforce development component that offers reimbursement for completion of pre-approved trainings and certifications. As part of the new construction program, staff proposes the Garden State Challenge, a statewide building competition that will provide incentives to support the development and construction of advanced building designs that will take significant, innovative strides towards carbon-free, sustainable new construction. Designs will be judged based on aesthetics, carbon intensity, comfort, health and safety, replicability, construction time, and ability to galvanize industry progress towards New Jersey's goal of 100% clean energy by 2035. Staff recommends approval of the proposed changes to the new construction program.
This is really exciting. I know that there have been a lot of people eagerly awaiting the new construction program. So thank you, Dustin and Stacy, there you are, for all of your work on this. You know, sometimes people think that energy efficiency is not as exciting as some of the other things that we do here, but this is a really exciting development, and it's going to do a lot for reducing our energy use in the building sector. So thank you for all of your work and the whole team on this. Any other questions? Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal DeLu? Yes. Commissioner Abdul? Yes. Commissioner Page?
Yes.
And President Gosadovi?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dustin. 8D, Sawyer.
Good morning, Madam President and Commissioners.
Morning.
This agenda item involves the expansion of the Community Solar Energy Program, CSEP, and updates to the program. Community Solar enables utility customers to participate in a community solar energy project remotely located from their properties and receive a credit on their utility bill. Community Solar enables access to clean energy for customers unable to place clean energy generation on their own properties. The BPU developed the CSEP with a focus of ensuring that low to moderate income LMI customers can access community solar and that development is pursued without compromising preservation of open space or protected lands in New Jersey. Following 2 pilot program years, which has now seen more than 100 projects totaling over 140 megawatts reach commercial operation and stakeholder proceedings, the board established the permanent CSEP and proposed rules on August 16th, 2023. The board opened megawatt blocks for energy year 2024 for each of the state's EDC areas, totaling 225 megawatts on November 15th, 2023. 224 community solar projects totaling 225 megawatts have been conditionally accepted to the program, and all 4 blocks reached capacity and have closed. On January 24th, 2024, Governor Murphy signed PL 2023, Chapter 200 into law, further increasing the goals of the CSEP to 500 megawatts during energy year 2024. Staff now recommends that the board allocate an additional 275 megawatts to the electric distribution company capacity blocks in the CSEP and ADI program, setting the EY 24 total capacity at 500 megawatts. Projects approved in the pilot program but that did not reach commercial operation may continue to apply for the CSEP without counting against the capacity limits. Staff recommends that the capacity reopen on May 15th, 2024, and that projects be accepted into the program on a first-come, first-served basis, except that registrations submitted during an initial registration period of 10 business days be considered to have submitted at the same time. If applications exceed a block's capacity target, a tiebreaker will go into effect based on the guaranteed bill credit discount a developer commits to offer to all subscribers. Staff further recommends that any unused capacity at the end of EY 24 be rolled into energy year 2025, beginning June 1st, 2024, with no additional capacity at this time. Based on the experience of the first CSEP capacity allocation and comments on the program rule proposal, staff recommends the following several updates to the CSEP. Removal of the requirement that rooftop buildings on separate that rooftop projects on separate buildings on different properties have different beneficial owners in order to not be considered co-located. Including mining sites defined as a sand mine, gravel pit, or mine on land classified as extractive mining as a permitted site type in the CSEP. Applying the maturity requirement of written authorization from the EDC, providing conditional approval to construct to all projects, not only to those larger than 1 megawatt. Requiring all projects provide customers a minimum guaranteed bill credit discount of at least 20% to ensure substantive benefits to subscribers. And finally, as eligibility verification should not be an impediment to participation by LMI households, approval of a self-attestation form, allowing LMI subscribers to attest that their household income is less than 80% of the area median income. Madam President and Commissioners, adding hundreds of megawatts of new community solar in the coming years will bring the benefits of clean energy and hundreds of jobs to the state. Staff recommends the board approve the changes to the community solar energy program.
So moved.
Second. I just want to acknowledge Governor Murphy's leadership in signing the legislation that is helping us to expand community solar. This is an issue that I care very deeply about. Recently, when talking about it, I think someone described it as being very sweet, how much I love community solar. But it is such an important program, and I think that the event last week that we did with Governor Murphy at a landfill that had been converted to community solar is really a model for how we move forward with our clean energy programs, ensuring that our low and moderate income residents have access to clean energy, such an important priority for this administration and for me personally. So thank you for all your work on this. Any other questions? Yeah.
If I could add to that, so many of the things that we do here at the board and that you all work on every day are real visible and tangible results of your efforts that are going to help the state immeasurably. But there are some things that we do which are invisible and not as easily noticed. Like we have 3 visible commissioners and we have 1 invisible one. Commissioner Bainge, I'm glad you're here. But there's one division who, if they do their job perfectly, they remain completely invisible, and that's reliability and security. Today is the last day of the Call Before You Dig program. I just want to remind everybody of the very important responsibility developers and contractors have to make those calls before they dig to keep us as safe as possible, and to commend really Frank Gaffney and your team for making sure that everything is done invisibly, that we don't know at all what you're doing. And we don't want to, because that means you've done your job right. So keep up the good work, and thank you.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal DeLu? Yes. Commissioner Abdu?
Yes.
Commissioner Bainge?
Yes.
President Gul-Sadovi?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Swear. 8E, we have Natalie Stewart. It is your first time presenting, right, Natalie?
Yeah.
And what an issue to be presenting on for your first time.
Thank you so much. Yeah, good morning, Madam President and Commissioners. So today, staff is recommending that the board propose amendments to rules and new rules that govern the interconnection of distributed energy resources, or DERs, to the electric grid. These proposed amendments and new rules were developed following a rigorous stakeholder process and will be codified in New Jersey Administrative Code Title 14, Chapter 8, Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency, Subchapters 4 and 5. The purpose of the proposed amendments and new rules is to remove stakeholder-identified sources of confusion or delay in the DER interconnection process, and to prepare for a broader grid modernization effort that will enable the grid to host more DER capacity. These rule changes will significantly reduce the uncertainty, inefficiency, and delay applicants with viable DER projects seeking interconnection experience, while also clarifying the level of commitment and responsiveness expected from active applicants. Further, the proposal seeks to facilitate the deployment of community solar projects by offering such projects greater assistance in navigating the interconnection process. Staff recommends that the board approve the proposed rule amendments and new rules for submission to the Office of Administrative Law and publication in the New Jersey Register.
Second. This is, again, really exciting. I think it's one of those very complex issues that people don't always appreciate the importance of as we bring more renewable energy online, not just in New Jersey, but throughout our PJM region and in the whole country and even in the world. We need to make sure that our grid is stable and can handle it. And this is really the first part of that process. It's not just about the long-term infrastructure investments. It's also about making the process more transparent and more efficient. So really appreciate all of the work that everyone has done on this. And Paul, I know Paul Heitman has been especially active on this issue, so thank you. Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delou? Yes. Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange? Yes. And President Gosadovi?
Yes, thank you. Nice
Thank you.
job. 8F, Alexis. The trifecta with you, Alexis.
8F is in the matter of, good
A
morning.
little louder for us, please. if you
Yep.
can.
Good morning, Madam President and Commissioners. 8F is in the matter of the petition of Elizabethtown Gas Company for approval of new energy efficiency programs and associated cost recovery pursuant to the Clean Energy Act and establishment of a conservation incentive program. By order dated April 7, 2021, the board approved a stipulation of settlement authorizing Elizabethtown Gas Company to implement its Triennium 1 EE programs with a total budget of $83,415,832. On November 20th, 2023, ETG filed a letter petition requesting that the board authorize ETG to extend the terms of its initial portfolio of EE programs for the Triennium 1 extension period for a 6-month period with a proposed budget of $32,027,481, which represents 50% of its Triennium 1 program year 3 budget. ETG, Rate Council, staff, the Energy Efficiency Alliance of New Jersey, and the New Jersey Large Energy Users Coalition have executed a stipulation requesting approval of ETG's November 2023 letter petition. Staff recommends that the board approve this stipulation.
Second. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delou? Yes. Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
And President Gosadovi?
Yes, thank you. Still with us.
Item 8G is in the matter of the petition of New Jersey Natural Gas Company for approval of energy efficiency programs and the associated cost recovery mechanism pursuant to the Clean Energy Act. By order dated March 3rd, 2021, the board approved a stipulation of settlement authorizing New Jersey Natural Gas Company to implement its Triennium 1 EE programs with a total budget of $258,939,928. On November 9th, 2023, NJNG filed a letter petition requesting that the board authorize NJNG to extend the term of its initial portfolio of EE programs for the Triennium 1 extension period for a 6-month period with a proposed budget of $76,929,801, which represents 50% of its Triennium 1 program year 3 budget. New Jersey Natural Gas Rate Council staff and the Energy Efficiency Alliance of New Jersey have executed a stipulation requesting approval of NJNG's November 2023 letter petition. Staff recommends that the board approve the stipulation.
Second. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delou? Yes. Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange? Yes. And President Gosadovi?
Yes. Third time's a charm.
And item 8H is in the matter of a petition of South Jersey Gas Company for approval of new energy efficiency programs and associated cost recovery pursuant to the Clean Energy Act. By order dated April 7th, 2021, the board approved a stipulation of settlement authorizing South Jersey Gas Company to implement its Triennium 1 EE programs with a total budget of $133,266,488. On November 20th, 2023, South Jersey Gas filed a letter petition requesting that the board authorize SJG to extend the terms of its initial portfolio of EE programs for the Triennium 1 extension period for a 6-month period with a proposed budget of $34,826,569, which represents 50% of its Triennium 1 program year 3 budget. South Jersey Gas, Rate Council, staff, and the Energy Efficiency Alliance of New Jersey have executed a stipulation requesting approval of SGG's November 2023 letter petition. Staff recommends that the board approve the stipulation.
Second. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal DeLu? Yes. Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
And President Gosadovi?
Yes. Thank you, Alexis. 8I, Dr. Kira Lawrence.
Good morning, President Goolsadovi and Commissioners. Today, Board staff recommends that the Board approve the 4th solicitation guidance document and open the application window for the 4th offshore wind solicitation, inviting all interested parties to submit applications for consideration by July 10, 2024, and waive certain application requirements in NJAC 14:8-6.5 et sec. The development of New Jersey's offshore wind program is a key element of the state's clean energy agenda. Governor Murphy has set forth goals of reaching 100% clean energy by 2035 and 11 gigawatts of offshore wind by 2040 to help ensure New Jersey meets its ambitious clean energy objectives. Staff's recommendation to open the 4th solicitation furthers New Jersey's leadership in the fight against climate change, which is an imminent threat to New Jersey's economy and the health, safety, and welfare of New Jersey's residents. Additionally, staff's recommendations will advance innovative programs, promote economic development, provide valuable employment opportunities to New Jersey residents, and ensure that New Jersey's natural resources are protected. New Jersey's commitment to protect our natural resources and grow our economy is of the utmost importance and is embedded in this 4th solicitation. The strong wind resources off New Jersey's shoreline are well suited to the development of a robust offshore wind program. Harnessing those resources must be done through responsibly developed and sited wind farms. In this 4th solicitation, New Jersey remains committed to ensuring that natural resources, including fish, marine mammals, birds, and other wildlife, are protected throughout the development, construction, operation, and decommissioning of offshore wind projects. On March 6, 2024, the 4th solicitation's draft solicitation guidance document was released for public comment, and on March 20, 2024, a public stakeholder meeting was held to receive comments on the draft. Written comments were accepted until March 27, 2024. Comments received during the public meeting and the written comment period were carefully reviewed by staff and the board's consultant, Levitan and Associates, and appropriate revisions were made to the final solicitation guidance document. The goals of the 4th solicitation are to procure between approximately 1.2 gigawatts and 4 gigawatts of offshore wind capacity, encourage competition, promote economic development, combat the threat of global climate change to New Jersey, and achieve these goals at the lowest reasonable cost and lowest risk to New Jersey ratepayers. Board staff is also recommending certain board rules be waived. Per the board's rules, each application must meet the requirements set forth at NJAC 14:8-6.5 et sec. However, the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection requested that the board consider waiving the regulation that requires an application to include a description of how applicants, quote, activities will be coordinated with the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection ecological baseline studies and indicate how each resource issue, if impacted, will be addressed. New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection requested, and staff concurs, that this provision of the board's rules be waived because the referenced ecological baseline studies, which were conducted in 2009, are now outdated and thus not reflective of the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection's current efforts. Staff and the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection have closely coordinated to develop and include in this solicitation's guidance document robust environmental and fisheries protection requirements and recommendations. To conclude, staff makes the following recommendations. The board open the application window beginning today, April 30, 2024, the effective date of the board's order, until 5 p.m. Eastern Time on July 10, 2024, to allow interested applicants sufficient time to prepare and submit their applications for board consideration. The board approved the use of the solicitation guidance document to inform applicants of the solicitation process and application requirements consistent with the board's rules. And the board waived the aforementioned rule relating to the ecological baseline studies.
Second.
Thank you, Kara. I think that Governor Murphy has demonstrated his commitment to offshore wind for both the clean energy goals, but also the economic development goals. And when he directed us to advance the fourth solicitation, the team jumped in with both feet. And I just want to say how appreciative I am of our own team here at the BPU, but also our partner sister agencies, EDA, DEP, the AG's office, our consultant. It has been an incredible partnership, and the working relationship has really been so productive. So I just want to acknowledge the work of all of those entities and those people. And I think that, advancing this solicitation really demonstrates that we are committed to seeing the economic development that offshore wind is bringing to New Jersey and will continue to bring, as well as the clean energy that is so important for the residents of the state. So just thank you for that and all of your hard work.
Thank you.
And this is such a really monumental task that you guys accomplished in such a short time. And in addition to our thanks and appreciation, I have to tell you that we are admired across the country. Other states look to New Jersey and look to what you have done and say, we can do that. And they're learning from us, they appreciate it, and you'll see many states following our path thanks to your noble efforts. Thank you very much.
We really, truly are leading the nation, and it's so exciting. So thank you. And just a special thanks to our legal team, particularly our chief counsel, Mike Beck, for all of his work on this too. So thank you, everyone.
I would be remiss to also not just extend my appreciation to all of you for your efforts and for your time and for your careful, thoughtful responses to all of the questions and all of the issues that were presented along the way. So thank you.
Thank you. Mike?
I also, for your timeless efforts, I know that you're traveling, coming back, and briefing us on certain stuff. It was a lot for you guys, and I appreciate the time and effort.
Yeah, incredible team, incredible accomplishment, and I think it really just underscores our commitment to the importance of offshore wind for New Jersey. So thank you to everybody. Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal DeLu? Yes. Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bainge?
Yes.
And President Gulcedovi?
Yes, thank you, Dr. Lawrence. 8J with David, and it's our last agenda item. I'm not going to note the time, but I will note the time because we have been extremely efficient today. Oh, no, sorry, we do. Nope. Oh, I was so close. So close. Sorry.
So be quick.
Yes. Nope, you're good. The hour's done. So go ahead, David. Take as much time as you need.
Thank you, President and Commissioners. This matter pertains to the amending of the November 2023 board order, which approved the third program year of the Community Energy Plan Grant Program and the establishment of the Community Energy Plan Implementation Grant Program. The original order, approved in November 2023, established an application closing date of January 31st, 2024 for both programs and directed that staff make recommendations for grant awards by spring of 2024. Staff extended the application window to May 24th, 2024 for both programs for several reasons. Staff recommends amending the order to reflect the new application closing date of May 24th, 2024, and in turn for evaluations to occur in summer 2024.
Second.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delou? Yes. Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange? And President Gulcedovi?
Yes, thank you, David. Now. Man, bummer, almost. Jackie, we've gotten across the hour, Jackie, so take us all the time you need.
We'll order pizzas.
That's
we'll
right,
Make it a
that's
day,
right.
we'll make a day of
Yes.
it.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Madam President and Commissioners. Board staff is proposing to add amendments and new rules to the board's existing rules contained within the New Jersey Administrative Code, NJAC 14:3, which governs all utilities, which is also known as Chapter 3. The changes include the following 3 changes. 1, the extension of the winter termination program to water and wastewater residential customers pursuant to Public Law 2021, Chapter 317, Section 7. 2, changes made to comply with legislation which requires public utilities and municipalities to give each other notice of infrastructure projects and coordinate schedules pursuant to Public Law 2021, Chapter 263. And finally, 3, adding a requirement that water and wastewater utilities use the same methodology that gas and electric utilities are required to use to gross up for taxes, the deposits, and non-refundable contributions collected for main extensions to provide regulated services if the deposits or non-refundable contributions become taxable in the future. The rule proposal was published in the New Jersey Register on August 21, 2023. The board received comments from the stakeholder community through October 20th, 2023, and responded to each of the comments. The notice of adoption contains a summary of all comments and staff's responses. Staff recommends that the board approve the notice of adoption for submission to the New Jersey Office of Administrative Law and publication in the New Jersey Register.
So moved?
Second.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delou?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul? Commissioner Bange? And President Gulcedovi?
Yes, thank you, Jackie.
Thank you.
Since we're already over time, over the hour, I know, all of us have taken the time to thank particularly our technical staff, but I just want to acknowledge there are so many non-technical staff here who work on the issues that are so important to the board. Our regular mission of regulating the utilities, our accountants, our lawyers, our engineers, our administrative staff, who don't always get the opportunity to present before the board, but are integral to everything that we're doing in clean energy, but especially in our regular day-to-day business of utility regulation. So kudos to all of you. It really is the best team in state government. And so I'm so honored to be working with all of you. And I think we're all really appreciative of the time that went into today's agenda, but all of our agendas, because I know you're working so hard, and some of you 16-hour days on the weekends, getting here at 7:30 in the morning, Stacy, working through, kids' events, Kira. And so we're really, we have a wonderful team. So thank you all for your work today and every day. I think that's it. Motion?
So moved?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Great day, everybody. Thanks, Mike. Safe travels.
Take care, Commissioner.
My management style is Stockholm Syndrome.
Did it.